And so today I'm going to open up an idea to you, and it's called the counterpunch. And I know from trolling some of you on Facebook that in your social media that there's some fighters and there's some people that are involved in that. What I'm going to be telling you today is probably not going to be a new theory, but maybe we can bring that theory into our spiritual fight. And so I want to talk about the counterpunch. You have to have a counterpunch when you are working and trying to get to heaven. You have to have a counterpunch against the things that the devil is bringing into your life. So I just want to talk about a counterpunch for just a couple of seconds. The golden rule when counterpunching is to turn your opponent's offense into your offense. In other words, you use their style, their patterns, and their propensity for throwing a particular shot at a certain time. You use that against them. This will involve studying your opponent as you are in the middle of the fight. And you've got to be able to register how they operate when they are entering the fight or when they are throwing the punch in order to capitalize when the opportunity arrives. Although counterpunching is more common when an opponent has thrown a shot, it is still within the definition of the term to throw a punch as an opponent is getting ready to hit you. When he is after maybe he has swung and missed, you can have a counter shot that is going to rock your opponent. You are going to be able to turn his offense into your offense. Counterpunchers are usually cerebral. They're people that use their brains as a fighter and they pay attention to how a boxer moves in order to understand how to best attack. By reading their styles, by reading their habits, by watching what they do, a counterpuncher can time their shots to land when opponent has committed, overextended, or has the habit of leaving themselves exposed when they are retreating from a punch. So that is what counterpunching is all about. That's just a couple of seconds there to tell you what kind of the basics of counterpunching is all about. So today I want to just kind of revive it or bring it back to our minds that we are under attack from the devil. We are under a spiritual attack from the devil. And this is not the first time that he has thrown a punch at us. It's not the first time that he has come against the children of God, his creation. This is not the first time. The devil has been throwing the same punches. He's been using the same exact tactics that he has used since the Garden of Eden. This the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life are his three punches that he loves to attack us with. So gird it up, protect it. Watch what you are watching. Look what you're listening to. Think about what is coming against you in your mind and what you are receiving. And it's time for us, brothers, to gird up our minds, to control our minds, that we know that I am thinking on good things. I'm thinking on the things of God. I am thinking of victory and not of defeat. I'm thinking of my future and not my past all the time. And get your mind focused and in the right direction. The other thing that we can do is cast down imaginations. And there are so many things that are going to come into our mind that when we really kind of strip off the layers, if you will, we get down to something that is not all that big of a deal, but by our imaginations or by the things that we think about and how we let it grow in our minds, it becomes something bigger than it really is. I want to let you know today that we have to have an answer to the fight. We have to fight
Right. Yeah.
a good fight of faith. You don't have to just be a victim. Your family doesn't have to be another statistics in the devil's logbook, but we can have an answer to the fight. We can have a fight that we take back to the devil. We have a counterpunch, if you will, in the spirit that we can employ. Paul wrote, or Timothy to Timothy and said, fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto you are called, and have professed a good profession before many witnesses. He's telling, hey, Pastor Timothy, you are going to have to fight. This isn't going to be a cakewalk. This isn't going to be you strolling down the lane and it's sunshine and butterflies and unicorns and rainbows. That's not
Ooh,
how it is, brothers. We
yeah.
are in a fight and we need to recognize it. When you have a fat lip, when you taste your own blood in your mouth, you are going to have to come back and still stay in the fight. You are going to have to punch back, if you will. You are going to have a counter. And today, that's just kind of a visual, if you will, for you to know that there are some things that you are going to have to release out of your hand so you can grab a hold of eternal life. You are going to have to lay some things down that you have been carrying for so long that is stopping us from getting a hold of eternal life. Whatever it is, and it's different for every one of us, whether it's hate, whether it's pride, whether it's unforgiveness, whether it's envy, whether it's slothfulness, the past, yours or others that you are coming in contact with. You might have to let go of some control issues that you might have, or you might have to let go of the future and just say, God, I put this in your hands. Maybe it's the love of money or the things of this world. There are so many things that we can have in our hands that we don't have the ability to really lay hold of eternal life and say, Lord, this is the priority in my life. This is what I need to be concentrating on. If we try to hold on to it all, we are going to lose out on our relationship with God, but also on our relationship with others. And we are going to end up losing out on our eternal life or our hold on that eternal life.